Hey everyone, this is Jane with Barlow Herbal, and look who I've got, my friend.
Goodness, can you believe it? It's been a while.
Dr. Brandon Nielsen. We are toward the end of March of 2025, and this time you reached out to me just to check in.
I just wanted to see how you've been doing. I've been so busy. It's man, 2024 was a busy year, it was an amazing year. And now 2025 is, I don't know, this has been so crazy, but I just wanted to make sure I've been thinking about that lately. It's like, really maybe we'll talk about this, but I just really feel like I need to make sure that people know they're important to me.
I was just going to say, it's reaching out to the people you care about. Because we have a long friendship.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, when I met you, you only had 2 little girls.
And
now you have 5 kids, because your oldest daughter is 14.
14 years old.
Yeah, so I was really, really, really happy you reached out. And it was like, you know what, let's get together and make some videos and share some knowledge. And what we thought is if we drop some great information and it can only live on a place like Rumble, then so be it.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Whatever.
So I have a little list of topics, and the first one we're going to talk about today is solutions for longevity and cellular health. So I think, I saw that topic. It's a trending topic, actually.
There you go.
Because people are interested in longevity. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that we have technology that is growing exponentially. And I think that for me, where I sit and the age I am, I want to be around for a long time to watch what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And for me...
Yeah, because it's fun.
It is fun.
Every day I wake up and I'll ask my wife, because I'm too busy, I'll be like, what's going on? Can you catch me up? Or I'll have patients tell me, they're like, did you hear about this? I was like, no, but I'm glad you told me.
Right. No, the world is changing every single day.
Yeah.
And it's almost like something really big happens that would have made humanity talk about it for 10 years. But now something really big happens and we talk about it for a day. Really, that's what happens.
No, what happened yesterday? It was like there was something big. Didn't some astronauts come from space?
Yes.
They were 9 months in space and it was so big. But what's going to happen today? It's going to be something.
So that's already the thing. So I think it's a combination of things are not only happening fast, but everything doesn't come to the forefront like the way it should, like it used to. But we also have to use our discernment.
Yeah.
So I think the idea of longevity for me is taking care of my physical body and then taking care of my brain so that I can use discernment, but I want to evolve. I want to evolve my consciousness, I want to be as far up as I can on the level, on the Hawkins scale of consciousness as I can.
Yeah.
That's my goal. So from a perspective as a doctor treating patients, let's break it. Maybe let's go down to a biology level.
Okay.
And what would you say is some of the first things? And let's just start basic, and then we'll dive a little deeper.
Yeah, I think with longevity, there's a couple of things that come to mind right off the bat, and I'm constantly studying longevity. I'm constantly studying improvement and how I can maintain health and not just be living long, but have good health, right? And have this sense of purpose still. My grandma's going to be 101 this year, still alive.
No way.
Yeah, 101.
How's her brain?
Good. It's sometimes she'll slip. The other day she slipped a little bit. My mom was there just to kind of give my uncle a break, but
she slipped mentally?
Yeah, mentally.
Okay.
But not
But she's almost 101.
101. She's doing quite well. So I look at her and it's not so much to live long, but it's to have quality of life. Mm-hmm. Is your brain? And that's something I'm constantly monitoring on myself. Is my brain sharp? Like I noticed this morning, I had a little bit of brain fog, and I'm reviewing. Like, wait, what did I eat yesterday? What did I do? How was my sleep? And so there's so much to longevity, but let's rewind a little bit, and I'll talk about this. Just like I was saying at the very first, when we introduced, or when you opened up and you said you reached out to me, one of the biggest things that I've been working on lately is connectivity. Mm-hmm. Connectivity with friends equals connectivity in your brain, right? Connectivity with friends and people equals connectivity in your body, your soul. Mm-hmm. And so I think one of the biggest things, even if you remember the story or the book
The blue
Tipping
zones.
Point.
Oh, Tipping Point. I
Tipping Point
remember
by
Tipping Point
Malcolm
too.
Gladwell.
Yeah.
Remember that? And he
Yeah.
did the study on the people from Italy, or it wasn't his study, but he wrote about the study in Italy, and they wanted to know why did they live so long and healthy lives. It had to be that they didn't smoke, and then they're like, no, some of them even smoke, and it had to be the food that they ate. And they found out, no, the Italians like their sweets, some.
And their pasta and their bread.
And it had to be, and what it all boiled down to after they looked at all the data was community and connectivity.
Yeah, and purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so as they studied those people, they had a sense of belonging. And so that's something that's so important as I see with longevity and even cellular health is a sense of belonging. So one of the phrases I've been saying to my children lately and to people is I tell them, like, I just had this thought come to my mind, just tell them how important they are to me, how important you are to me.
Yeah.
And
I know, I was so happy when you reached out. It's like, because usually over these years,
yeah,
even though you're totally responsive and totally amazing, I'm usually the one that always reaches out.
I'm sorry, I've repented.
No, don't be sorry,
No.
because it is perfect. Your response is so perfect, and you have 5 kids, and
I'm glad that
it was
I wanted
really
you to know.
beautiful.
And that's so one of the phrases I've been saying to people is not only I love you, but like to my daughter, I said to her the other day, I had this phrase come to my mind. I feel like God placed it there, and the phrase was, let her know how important you are to her, how important she is to me. Mm-hmm. And I said that to her, and I've been saying that to her. And my nephew came over on Sunday for Sunday dinner with his wife and child. And when they're leaving, I just said, I love you guys, and you're so important to us. Excuse me. And that phrase, mm-hmm. as my little daughter who's 6 that I told that to, she said, Dad, this morning, she said, Dad, I am the most important person in the world. And she heard it. She heard it. She felt it.
Yeah. So
that connectivity, though, now makes it's amazing what it does to cellular health and longevity when you feel important. So reaching out to someone, somebody just texted me and I took the time, and I've been really trying to respond to people, making sure that I know that they're important. Because sometimes when I'm so busy, it's like they text me and it may be days, and it doesn't mean I haven't forgotten them, but I'm really trying to make sure that I have that connectivity and maintain connection. That's one of the big things in our day and age of fast-paced life. Totally.
Slowing down and paying attention, because I will tell you, just your little story with your daughter, it makes me really proud of the way that So my son, Scott, has a daughter who's almost 14 as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I watched their interactions as he parents both of his kids. But, she's a teenager, and they've both done such a good job. But whenever she tells him something, he stops what he's doing and he looks at her. And he makes eye contact with her. And I used to do that with them when they were little. I used to give them my full attention, because that was something my mom always did. When we were little, if we had something to say, that was the most important thing in the world. So I think you can do this not just with your children, that gives them this start of I matter, but we can do this with our friends.
Absolutely.
With our spouses. And we can, to me, this is where longevity and cellular health comes in.
It does.
It's like Bruce Lipton's work, your biology of belief.
Mm-hmm.
Your biology responds not just to your environment, which is an important piece,
but your environment. As I say, IN.
Yes.
Right, your environment, and
And I, honestly, I think that's the best. I think that's the best place to probably leave this.
Okay. It's so important, but that sense of community and belonging.
Yeah.
So what that did, for example, for my 6-year-old, and when you have 5 kids, you have to make sure that each one feels important. So every day my goal is to make a connection and make sure that they feel important, that they not just feel loved, but important, and that, I tell my oldest daughter certain things, I tell my next daughter certain things, I make sure with my son, and then my daughter, and every day with my wife, every day in some form or the other, I always tell her that I love her. And the other thing is I always try to show gratitude, and I do it in different ways. One day it's actually, I love you. One day it's, you know what? I am so lucky that you said yes. Another
That's
day,
so sweet.
different ways.
Yeah.
There's so many ways, and I try to be creative. Like, how is it going to be today? Wow, you look so amazing in that outfit. You look stunning. I tried to make sure the word captivating, whatever it is, but every day I want to make sure that she knows that I love her, and it's not mundane. It's not repetition. It is full on every day. She feels it when I see it. Those words land on her, and it's amazing. And the connection.
It's cool because what you're doing is you're keeping the romance alive. It's
we do.
But think about
it's
this.
So
but
fun.
think about this. When you are dating someone, you bring your best self forward, and then as life goes on and things happen, and feelings might get hurt or mistakes might be made, then we kind of lose that.
Right.
And I think that to keep that alive, this was something my parents were so good at. They always, you could tell they loved each other and they respected each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that example, so if you're in a long relationship and maybe this is a part that is something that's kind of been missing, take the first step. You might make your other person.
I was just going to say that. Don't wait.
Don't wait, yeah.
Like, I never waited for my wife. I didn't wait for her to be like, I've been waiting for her to write me a note. No, like, write a note in the kids' lunch. They have, my daughter still has this note that I wrote, and I love it. It's so much fun. It's just like,
it changes the energy of everything. And you're the one who starts it.
Yeah. I didn't wait. when I was a kid and different things, I used to wait for some. No. I'm the first to apologize. I'm sorry. I was like, man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But connection. That's one of the most important things with longevity, and having a sense of community, being able to feel like you belong somewhere. And if honestly, I'm going to say this to you. If you don't feel like you belong to us.
That's right.
And that's why we gave you this message today.
Yeah, and everyone needs
You're
to know.
a part of us.
Yes, we're all part of each other. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I think people need to know.
Because sometimes, even though it's like,
for that,
yes,
my friend.
I want you to know, like, you belong. You're a part of us. And that's why you found this video.
Yeah.
So.
And all the other stuff, the sleep, the nutrition,
oh, yeah.
all that stuff.
That's important, too.
It's important, but what I mean is get the connection in first. Make the I love you first. This is one of my favorite things about you.
Oh, good.
Is you're just like this beautiful, sensitive soul. Like, you're like my little brother.
Yes. Brother and sister. It's amazing.
I know, it's totally awesome. I think before, when we were up in heaven, we're like, hey, let's go down. We got to find each other.
We got to send some messages and make sure people feel a part of our family. And
Anyway, thanks for tuning in today, guys. I hope this lands and resonates and that you deepen your connection. So we will see you next time.